Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Steve.
And we're still at the Star Wars Celebration 2 in Indianapolis, Indiana.
They're still paying for us to be here.
So we're still shooting more show. Why? It makes our life easier. Plus, we have gotten to go to the Star Wars convention for free.
And this time, we actually really may talk about video games.
Maybe.
All right, Dave, for those people who weren't watching last week and for me who still doesn't understand, why are we here again?
We're here because I'm a big Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars, and we host this stupid show, and I thought, wouldn't it be funny to trick Burley TV into sending us here first class flight, first class hotel.
Booked the day before.
Make our friend, let them pay for our friends to come with us, and we come to the show, and then we just shoot a couple of these stupid things. And as it turned out, we got so much good footage of Star Wars stuff that we figured make 2 shows out of it, which actually, despite them spending a lot of money on our tickets, saves Burley TV a little money.
I think they're still mad about the $2,500 each plane tickets, though.
I don't care. I'm just happy to be here at the Star Wars convention. If anybody has really, I'm talking super cherry mint, C10 carded, original 12-back action figures, send me an email, let me know about those. I'm also looking for original models, ILM models from Star Wars, any kind of original Star Wars prop. No questions asked. I don't care where you got it from. Send us an email. What's our email?
Dave and Steve at burleybear.com.
Just send me an email. No questions asked. We'll talk. I'm a big Star Wars collector, and I guess there'll be some video games.
Yes, and also, if there are any hot girls, could you please take a time machine and come back here, because we need you.
Yeah, not a lot of girls here. Okay, here we are. This is what it would be like if we had our own action figures for Dave and Steve's Video Game Explosion.
Or if we just had our own little glass booth.
Or a giant glass booth. This would be, I guess, we would be some sort of double gay playset of some sort. And maybe we'd be like action pose, like that. Stop touching me.
Well, we're here in our hotel room in Indianapolis.
Yep, and this is where we're going to be shooting the show this week. So check out shots of this. We turned this into like a little set. We moved the TV over here. We got this our sign, our trusty sign.
It's nicer than our other
It actually isn't bad. I feel like we're shooting a snuff film.
Strangely, it feels more at home.
Like a snuff film.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. Anyway, we're here at the convention this week, and we're going to be talking about video games because we have to, because that's how we got Burley Bear to fly us out here.
But don't worry, we're not going to talk too much.
We're not going to try and bore you too much.
Convention.
Try and think of us as Dave and Steve's Convention Explosion.
With special guest video games.
With special guest video games, not a video game show that happens to be talking about a convention. So think of us as a convention travelogue or a really cool Star Wars show. Which, by the way, I am a real Star Wars fan, and I do want to say, if you are out there, if you ever worked for Industrial Light and Magic or ILM or worked on any of these movies, and you have original Star Wars props and you want to sell them, do email us. I am very interested. What's our email address?
Dave and Steve at burleybear.com. And I will also say, if you are out there,
this is
you are
doubly
female,
important.
If you go to high school, you have some pictures of yourself, you want to send them in, you're cute, I will.
Very interested. And you get bonus points if you dress in a Princess Leia outfit. We like that a lot. So anyway, we're going to talk
the bikini.
The bikini one, yes, not the big parka.
Not the one with all the clothes all over.
Not the big parka from Hoth. And so a couple of things just to kind of lay down some ground rules. As you watch the show, just remember, I'm the big Star Wars fan. Steve a little bit less so. Steve will be the voice of reason tonight.
Yes.
And I think this is going to be really fun. We're going to be talking with Lucasfilm. I think we've got 2 shows worth of stuff. So there's going to be this show and there'll be a second show, all here at the convention. And since the beginning of video games, since the Atari 2600, there have been Star Wars games. Star Wars have always been a part of the video universe. Going back to that Activision game where you attack the snowspeeder, very simple moves up and down.
But it's so different now, though. We've moved ahead
and the games are so good, and there are so many games on the market now. We're going to try and, as the show goes on, take a look at those games and then talk about what's coming out.
Well, talk about them really quickly so we can get back to the convention.
Yes, and get back to the convention center and get out of this hotel room.
I think we should get back there right now.
Let's go to the convention hall. Come on, let me play. I want to play. You've been playing for like an hour. You're like a game hog. Come on, please. I don't have this game, please. Let me play. Pretty please? I give you $1. I give you $5. You want to meet Steve of Dave and Steve's Video Game Explosion?
What's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game right now? I'm playing the heck out of Smuggler's Run 2 right now.
Interesting.
Smuggler's Run 2, that's the best of the Star Wars games.
You didn't say favorite Star Wars game.
Where are we? No. What does it say, huh? No. Where are we? The Star Wars convention? Are we at the Smuggler's Run convention?
Favorite Star Wars game will be Galaxies.
Yeah, we're going to use this footage. Ow!
kid. I'm a little upset right now because we were about to meet Carrie Fisher, and
very close.
They dragged us back and they said you have to shoot another.
We have to
review.
shoot another one.
So
Or
if we
they're
can
going
do
to
it
make
really
us fly
fast.
back. So here we go. Here's
She's
another
sounding
one.
like us for like 10 more minutes. So we can do this fast to get back over there. That'd be great.
We'll do this.
And this, fortunately, is a pretty easy review to me
It
because
actually is a weird one for me, and I'll explain why.
Star Wars Racer Revenge.
And this is for the PlayStation
PlayStation 2.
It's been out a little bit also.
Been out a little
for a
bit.
while, but again on the overview. As you know, I'm the big Star Wars fan between the two of us. I love all things Star Wars.
Everything.
Everything Star Wars
Even
I
crap.
love. Not the biggest fan of the Phantom Menace, but I've liked a lot of the games. This game, though, this is the one, this is where once again we sort of have to exert a little tough love, which is, I like a lot of stuff, but on this one, LucasArts, not so much.
You know, this game, this is really one of these games. You put it in for 5
And
minutes.
I wanted to like it.
You put in this game for 5 minutes and you have played the whole game. It's just the same race everywhere.
What I didn't like about it was it takes the standard racing game and does the two things that a standard racing game is supposed to do and doesn't do them so well, which is the actual racing part isn't that exciting. They've completely eliminated the idea of being able to pick up
Yeah, no
power-ups and
pickups
kind of
in this
stuff,
game. They took
which
out
is
all
just
the fun
really
stuff from
weird.
racing
Yeah.
games.
And then the actual sort of like fighting against the guys next to you, sort of that kind of gladiator style
Confusing,
of
it doesn't
racing.
happen enough and just isn't fun.
And you know, you play a game like Mario Kart or any of these other games, and pick a game, Wave Racer going all the way back. I mean, just any of these games do these basic things so well, and this one just does it poorly. And I gotta say, and this is, I guess, where the whole Phantom Menace thing comes in, I was never the biggest fan of this scene in the original film. Everyone was like, oh my god, the pod race, the pod race, the pod race. And I just thought it was kind of a boring blur, and this to me was a little bit like that too.
It is a Star Wars game, but of like the, I don't know, 12 courses or whatever is in this game, I don't know how many. 1 was from the movie, and 11 are Star Wars world courses,
But they
which you've
are
never
worlds
seen
you
before.
know about in the Star Wars
And then
universe. You just
one
don't know
character,
Star Wars
Anakin,
well enough.
you've
We've had
seen,
this discussion.
and 9 of them are like we're on for 5 seconds.
No, all the people are in the film. That is
doesn't
not a
mean
valid
they're
point.
characters.
Yes.
It means they're like
that is not the
cameo
problem with the game. The
appearances.
problem with this game is it's not a great
Give
racing
me
game.
TIE Fighter racing.
It is not a great
Give me
racing
X-Wing
game.
Fighter racing.
Okay, I like
Give
the
me
classic
sand
trilogy
something
more, but this is
racing.
not that great a
I
racing
want to see, when I
game.
buy a Star Wars game, I want something from Star Wars the movies, not 8 other courses that I've never seen before.
Phantom Menace is still good. You know what also would have helped if you like, if I don't know, just side things, just like the sand people, like if you could kill sand people, this would help in this game. Something. I don't know.
I also, you know what I was really upset about? They have Watto in this game.
Yes, Watto
He's
the
the one who
drum
sells you all
dealer
your spares parts
to make
and
your
everything.
thing
And I just
better.
want to say something about the character of Watto. I think it's really terrible that they sort of kind of made fun of Arab people with this character.
I used to think that, but after what happened, I now really like the fact that it makes fun of Arab people.
Point well taken. Point well taken. Well, for me,
so for me,
this
I gotta
game-
say, I've never given this to a Star Wars game ever, but just you know, go outside, go to a Star Wars convention.
Me is go to a Star Wars convention, play it free for a minute, and you never have to play it again because
you
you played
can
the whole
skip
game.
this game. There are better racing games to be had out there. Sorry.
Hey, Carrie Fisher's still there. She's wearing her bikini.
Let's go.
Well, we're back here reviewing more video games.
More video games. This one, though, a little newer in stores.
A
It
little
gets, it
newer
helps
this
us a little
game.
bit.
Yeah, it's a for PS2 Star Wars Jedi Starfighter.
Star Wars
It's
Jedi Surfer,
force powered, Dave.
which is
Force
actually
powered.
one of the better things we can say about this game.
It's unlike some other Starfighter games you might have played, space games. You get to use the Force in this
You're
game.
a Jedi, in theory. You're on a mission for Mace Windu, flying this ship.
Right.
So you actually get to use your Jedi powers in space, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
You
so in
get a
addition to like the
couple of neat
lasers,
things,
you get
yeah.
like Force lightning, which sends this like weird lightning beam.
Which is really neat the way when you do
chain
that.
reaction.
Yeah, exactly. You
It
can hit
blows
a
up
lot
lots
of different
ones.
targets.
And
That's cool.
And there's kind of a game
Sort of an
ruining one.
all-kill.
There's a game ruining one, which is kind of fun. It's called Force Reflex. You get this for the last few missions. And what this does is when you press this, it basically stops time in the
Everything
game
just
except for
stops.
you, and you can just kill everything.
Which I don't think actually is a Jedi power, but it's kind of fun in
I
there.
guess it's a part of the Star Wars universe beyond Star. Oh wait.
Oh, hold on a minute. We got room service. Come in.
Come in.
Oh, come on in.
Hi, come
Hey.
in.
Thank you.
This is one of the benefits of getting
Cool,
everything
cool,
paid
cool. Got a pen.
They said we could order whatever
very
we
much.
want here. It's awesome.
Hold on a second.
I thought when we spent $2,500 each on the plane tickets, we wouldn't have enough money to order food like 20 times a day.
Thank you very much,
Right.
Muhammad. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Muhammad.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Watch out going
Thanks
out there.
very much.
Uh,
What do we got?
Got a couple of cheeseburgers,
Right.
courtesy of Burley Bear.
Great.
Uh,
I just
and-
ate.
Yeah, I'm not that hungry,
But
but
you know, it's
what's
like, whatever,
kind of
Burley's
funny?
paying for it.
Burley's paying.
You know, because we can, it's just like whatever. What else did they send over?
Oh, we got
I'm-
chicken sandwich
who
with
wants
cheese. That was
that?
for you. But
I had
anyway.
that yesterday. Whatever.
Screw
We'll
it.
just order more later.
Thanks, Burley TV.
Thanks a lot. Anyways,
anyway, what are we
Jedi
saying?
Starfighter.
Yes.
So the Force is cool, but again,
Force very cool.
what Star Wars is this?
This game has a flaw to me, which sort of is, it's sort of a tough flaw because it's sort of a big scope flaw, which is, this is like episode 1.5. It's neither 1 nor 2. In theory, you're playing a little bit of episode, like a preview of episode 2, but it really isn't. I guess this was a game to sort of fill the market in between. It's very similar to a Rogue Squadron. It's a very
But at least
similar
Rogue Squadron
engine.
had characters I knew. Why do I have to watch cutscenes with Nim in some weird, like,
But again,
black
that's what I'm
Jedi
talking about.
woman
You
I've
got
never
that sort of
seen
episode
before?
1.5
I don't
feel.
care about
But
these
the
people.
Force powers are cool, and that's kind of neat,
Wait.
and that's at least worth the price of admission.
This game, I would say, for me, I would say rent it, and if you like it, maybe even buy it if you like the
to
Force
me,
stuff.
the Force stuff was really good.
And
So
if you
to
don't-
me, again, this is going to be another buy-up, but again, that's my bias.
But again, as usual, don't
I
be
will
fooled
say,
by the Star
I would
Wars.
like to see
Don't be fooled.
a new engine at some point, though, something that felt a little more different from Rogue Squadron might have been nice. But heck, Force powers are worth it.
Sure.
Buy the
Hey,
game.
you know what? This food's starting to smell. You think we paid like that
Maybe.
guy like $50 more to come back and throw it out for us?
You know, maybe we should try and like switch rooms or something.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to the convention.
Okay.
All right. I've also read the script for episode 3. Hey, stop that! You know, do you ever think that nobody wants to see that? That every idiot in the world does that? That every genius goes, hey, let's put some fingers up? Boy, I've never seen anyone do that on camera. Ooh. Anyway, are you bothered by the fact that the Empire does not allow for pregnancy and child leaves?
We're working on a union to fix that situation.
What about the fact that the average woman in the Empire earns about 60%? Hey, we're doing a show! All right, well, I'm sorry then.
We can keep going. Keep going.
I didn't know. I was yelling at someone I thought was ruining our shot. Obviously, we didn't know. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm not a person that is a fan of kidnapping. Okay? I didn't know. That's all I'm saying. We're not lunatics. Okay? Cool? Okay, no, okay. I know. We'll do our stuff because you seem to be really bothered. We didn't know. No, I don't. This was kids.
Sorry about that. Well, the bad news is we're back here at the hotel.
Which we don't want to be.
convention.
We have to review a video game.
But the good news is I think we got the best Star Wars game of the bunch here.
We really do have, I think, the best Star Wars game that's come out since, I'm a fan of Battlegrounds, which we're not talking a lot about today, but probably the best, like, arcade action game since probably Rogue Squadron.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
Jedi
good.
Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. This is for PC.
Yeah, and if you play Jedi 1, you're Kyle Katarn again, Luke Skywalker's disciple, you're on a mission, Empire,
In
blah,
this
blah,
game,
blah, blah,
when
blah.
it's
But
good, it's
really
good.
good.
I started playing this game and I was
when
like,
it's good,
this is going to be the...
hold on. When it's good, it's incredible.
It's incredible. I started playing this game and I was like, this is going to be the best game ever. Because it was just amazing.
And I know I like a lot of these games, and people are getting sick of me saying all Star Wars games are good, but this is a really good
Now,
game.
we have some problems with this, but let's get to the good stuff.
My problems aren't as severe as yours, because there are some incredible games. Let's talk Force for a
Oh,
second.
the
Let's
Force
talk about
powers
the
in
things.
this are great.
We talked before about Obi-Wan. Now, Obi-Wan almost seemed like a trial version of this game,
Yeah.
like a Mach 1 version
Let's
of
get somebody
this.
some Force
And,
powers,
yeah,
see how they work.
everything has like gotten so much better. First
get-
of all,
you get the Force grip.
Oh, incredible.
The Force grip, you get like that Darth Vader
Choke
type thing when you can
people,
choke
exactly.
somebody.
And you start off with low powers, and then they get stronger as the game going. So as you get better, your Force gets better, which is so cool.
And then
'Cause
Jedi-
you feel like you're learning.
Jedi
And then,
mind trick.
Jedi mind trick is about the coolest thing I've seen in a really
You're
long
in a
time.
room full of stormtroopers. And
You
you
put the mind trick on one stormtrooper,
Yep.
and then he'll start shooting the other stormtroopers.
and running
which
around
is
with his
really
weird
cool.
daze going on over his
Yeah,
head, which,
which
is very
is
cool.
really neat.
A
And
problem
then-
with this game, however,
No,
though,
no.
it takes
Let's
it
talk about
takes
good
so
things.
long to get these
That
Force
is what
powers.
is
It
great
takes you
about
like
it. This is
so
a
many
game you
missions
can
and so many
sink
hours.
into.
Give you the Force powers a little earlier, please. You know, don't let it, so you wouldn't even know they existed after like several hours of playing
This
this
is a
game.
great game. This is a game you can lose yourself in, which is not always true of a lot of these Star Wars games where you can sit down and kind of beat them relatively quickly. This is a game, it takes a while, and that's what's really great about it.
And there's, you know, there's a good and a bad of this game being a complex game. It's both a shooter and has puzzles going on.
Which I think is a
Which
really
I
nice
think is
touch.
neat. However, at a certain point, everything's going on at once, and it's like I can't solve this crazy puzzle you want me to solve when 9 people are shooting at me and throwing these grenades at me.
But when you start learning and piecing this stuff together, it's that much more an interesting game.
Yeah, but by
because
learning
have
you
to do
mean
things.
trial and error while you're playing the save key over and over and over again.
No. It's like that's how you would learn to be a Jedi Knight. It wouldn't be easy to be a Jedi Knight. That's why this is cool.
I don't think I should have to be a Jedi Knight to play this game.
I think it makes it that
Well,
much more
that's
fun.
where we differ.
The controls are a little complicated, though. You're using a lot of keys in the mouse. I do wish somehow this fit on a regular controller. That a game like this could come out for like an Xbox or a PlayStation 2. I did think one of the coolest things in this is some of the best lightsaber dueling I've seen. We talk about this with
Yep.
some of the LucasArts guys.
Yep.
This is some incredible lightsaber fighting. I did wish it wasn't just button pushing. I wish maybe you could do like in Obi-Wan, there was like a little joystick, but I can live with that.
But
because it is really
there are
good.
times when it becomes just about button mashing.
No. There's
Once
too
in a
much
while,
going
once in a
on that
while.
makes it not button
Hey,
mashing.
by the way, guess who's in this game?
Yes,
Billy
this
D.
is very
Williams is
interesting.
in this game.
And there's an
the real
interesting
Billy
theory
D.
on this.
Williams.
Billy D. Williams seemed to disappear from the Star Wars universe for a very long time. And I don't know what's going on in his life right now, that maybe he's on some sort of cash-strapped hard times. But all of a sudden, Billy D. he's here at this convention signing autographs. He's all over this game. Lando's like your best friend.
Yeah, and he's like his real
yeah,
voice
he's like
and
this
stuff.
confidant. It's Billy D. And then, sometimes, so many times, game voices are not right. Like Ewan McGregor is nowhere near Obi-Wan.
Oh.
But in this game, it's like, that's Billy D. Williams,
It's really-
and that's really cool.
And the voice acting is, in general, very good in this game.
It's very strong, which
so-
is kind of nice. And I will say this. Multiplayer. Really fun, because again, it goes back to the lightsaber dueling, I think, which is the fact that you're playing, you can play online, you can play like groups with people, and you can
Can I
fight
just say something?
lightsaber battles.
Crazy
No,
people who play
you wanna
24 hours
play.
a day, crazy people who play 24 hours a day, when you see a new person, don't just go kill that person. It's like, let them play a little while, because, we see these new people
they
that
should
at
not
trying to
get
play.
into my arena until they are good.
Fine,
This
fine,
is a
fine.
really neat game.
But I think the best
you can-
Star Wars game of the lot, I mean, to me...
Well, certainly the best Star Wars game since Rogue Squadron.
But-
Also, even though you're playing Kyle Katarn, it has that classic Star Wars feel. Stormtroopers, Empire, all that kind
even though
of
you're
stuff.
playing Kyle Katarn, you can pretend you're a real Star Wars character. You can pretend it's a real Star Wars game.
If you kind of look at it really quickly, you think you're Luke Skywalker. But
Yes,
it has
just
that more
pretend.
classic game feel, which is just really neat.
I think they couldn't get the rights for Luke Skywalker. They couldn't reach an agreement with him.
They
so they had
couldn't
to
reach
make
an
a
agreement with
Kyle Katarn.
themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And Kyle Katarn isn't that bad, and it is really fun to do. And whatever the Empire's trying to put the Force in.
Whatever.
Or something, whatever the story is.
I think
it's
you
really
should buy
good.
this game.
This is a buy it game. It's a computer
And
game.
know that
You
it's
gotta
not
buy
going to
it.
be perfect.
It
And know
is
you got to
pretty
spend some
good.
time
You've
with
got to
it.
learn. You got to like learn. There are ways of jumping. There are ways of doing stuff. You got to learn. I
Or I
really
guess
did like
train
it.
to be a
This
Jedi.
is a buy it game, and as always, when we do review a computer game, a bag, please put it on the Macintosh.
Yes.
And more importantly, this game would play great on an Alienware computer if Alienware would give me a free computer. Alienware makes the best computers.
I've said it before.
And I would
I'll
love
say it
one
again.
for free.
Alienware, cut the crap.
Just give
we
us
don't have
one.
enough
Come on.
money to let you borrow
Just
a
give us
computer
one.
from us. Come on, please. Make
But
money
a
hand
really
over
great game, and I got to say, this is a total buy it. This is an absolute buy it. Buy it right now.
I'd like to
and
buy it.
I can only
Okay.
think it's going to get better. What?
I'd like to talk more about this game, but I really want to get back to convention.
Yes, well, that's why I'm saying buy it.
Okay.
What do you say?
Buy it.
Buy it.
We're back at the
We are
hotel.
back again.
I'm psyched. We're going to watch some
We're
awesome
gonna spend the whole night. We're
pay-per-view.
going to watch a pay-per-view. We're going to watch Kate and Leopold, which
Yay!
I'm dying to see.
And I think it's on like more than once. We can watch it a couple times in a row.
Oh, yeah, we just played, again, all on Broadway, so that's going to be fun.
That's great.
And we got a surprise for you. From time to time, we like to catch up with a good friend of ours, Craig DiGregorio. We
Let's
thought
bring
we'd
him
bring him
out.
out and talk to him. Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Hey,
guys.
How are you doing?
How are you?
How are you doing?
Cool.
What are you doing here in
Yeah,
Indianapolis?
what are you doing in Indianapolis?
You guys told Burley Bear that you wanted me here, so they flew me here for free, first class.
Oh,
Wow.
awesome. And I
Even though we don't need you here at all,
I haven't
for
done
no
a thing.
reason, we just made them fly you out.
Oh,
done nothing.
man.
That
I
is
remember we
excellent.
told him, like, at the last minute, how much did your ticket cost?
It cost about $4,600.
Yes!
That is
Yes!
excellent.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Hey, are you staying here in this hotel?
I am staying right downstairs.
Have you tried ordering room service and dumping it in the garbage yet?
I've not. No.
Oh, it's
you
so
gotta
fun.
do that.
It's so
Try the
fun.
chicken
And give me like
sandwich.
$100 tip. It's like really
Chicken
fun
sandwich
to do.
just makes a really funny sound when it goes
All
into
right,
the
great.
garbage.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All on Burley Bear. Tip bit.
Will do.
All right, cool. So, hey, what have you been up to? We
Yeah,
like asking
we
you
heard
your
you in the
acting
Jim Carrey
career.
movie. That was last week.
Right.
So
What's
what's going on
on?
now?
What's up with your acting career?
I'm in the new Star Wars movie.
Really?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You're in the new Star Wars movie,
Yes, I am.
Episode 3.
Yeah, episode 3. Yeah.
Oh my God! This is incredible.
Wow.
Is there
Very
any
happy.
chance we could, like, I don't know? Could you tell us anything? Could you show us a little
Did you
of
get
it?
a clip by
I
any
think
chance?
I have a little clip I can
Really?
show.
Oh
Possibly.
my
Yeah.
God. You can watch it?
Yeah, we
Wow.
can check it
You're
out.
not going to get in trouble?
No, I
All
don't
right,
think
well,
so.
Cool.
awesome. Wow.
This is incredible.
Then
This is the first
episode
peek
3.
ever. Yeah, I guess episode 3.
Action. So bored. What's a princess to do? Who could be here all around at this hour? I better go see. What are you doing here? Can I come in?
Sure, why not?
Why are you here? I sensed a grave disturbance in the Force. Now I will show you Vader's fist.
I am Darth Ernesto. Want to go to bed?
Sure, yeah. Come over to the dark side. Just don't use all the force.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh my God!
Ah!
How can you do this to me? We're married.
Ow!
Ernesto will show you both Vader's fist.
That was great. Thank you, Ernesto.
May the fist be with you, always.
Wow.
You guys like that? That was good, right?
That was episode 3?
Yeah.
George Lucas shot that?
That was this guy Tony,
Have you thought about getting a manager?
the guy in the Vader mask, was my manager.
You good?
He's a good manager, yeah.
Dave, I don't want to have Craig on the show anymore.
You know, I have to say, I was very disappointed with episode 1, and I'm not sure how I feel about episode 2, but I'm kind of looking forward now to episode 3.
I still don't want to have Craig on the show anymore.
It seems kind of cool. What happens in the end?
Oh, I'll tell you, it's pretty good.
Cool. Let's go back to the convention. When I was a kid, I always wanted a rocket-firing Boba Fett. Do you remember hearing about that?
No.
They made a toy, and the rocket actually fired, but then they got rid of it because the kids were like, I don't know, like getting poked in the eye or something. How do you feel about that?
Well, the kids shouldn't be shooting at it.
That's what I said too. I mean, as a bounty hunter, do you take some sort of secret glee out of kids getting hurt?
Well, I always like seeing people get hurt, but I don't know about kids.
I have an authentic L-slot rocket-firing Boba Fett.
Rocket-firing Boba Fett. Now, what is that? Tell our viewers.
This was the famous Boba Fett that was meant to be a mail-away offer to kids when they send in proofs of purchase.
Okay.
It was never released because of
Why not?
a choking hazard of the rocket itself.
A kid choked on a Battlestar Galactica missile, and so they discontinued this. Is that correct?
Wow.
This is the rarest of all Star Wars pieces. And how much would something like this sell for?
There's a waiting list at $20,000 a piece right now.
At $20,000, there is a waiting list. I have always been dying to see one of these things. Steve, you hold my mic. I want to check this out.
You've never held one of these before, have you?
Wow, this is so cool.
What is it like to hold it?
This is really neat. When I was a kid, can my mic hear me? When I was a kid, I remember them advertising it, and we were so disappointed when it came and it didn't actually fire. So you load this in here like that. and
That's
then-
really neat. That's
Wow.
really cool.
Then you just push that to fire.
Wait, Dave, are you okay? Dave, are you okay? Spit it out. Spit it out. Spit it out. Somebody help! Is there a doctor? No, sir. Thank you. David's fine.
We were just shooting something with the rocket firing Boba Fett.
that, but you're going to give me a heart attack.
I apologize. That's why we had a camera crew. Sorry.
Thank you very much.
That was excellent.
But I'm sorry if anyone was offended or upset. We didn't mean to upset anybody.
Well, you certainly were trying to do it to get some attention, and you got it, and now you got everybody mad.
No, we weren't. We were doing a joke.
No, you got everybody mad.
Joke for hardcore toy collectors who know the story of the rocket firing Boba Fett.
I think it's we were taking it out of context. They knew what if we would have been watching them film, everybody would have known.
Well, without alerting everybody around you, look what you did.
Nazi, you're yelling at me?
You're dressed like a Batman.
Oh, wow. What one that I was fat? I was in disguise. How did you figure that out when you were standing there and your little brain was going, what to call him? Thin, very thin, super thin, fat, and you went with fat?
Well, I was going to go with stupid, but I was going to go with stupid for doing this and offending this whole crowd, you know.
It's fantastic. Now how does that work? With the emblets on this side, that means you're a taker or a receiver? How does that work?
I don't know, with boobs that size, what size bra do you wear?
I'm fat. Ha ha ha. I'm fat. Wow.
I'm offended by your sense of humor.
Yeah, is that?
Pretty good.
What
would have been nice at least if you pre-warned these people. They all came to your rescue, trying to help you.
What was going on? We didn't think we were that loud. Well, we apologize.
Sorry,
We
said it.
apologize.
Hey, everybody. We're here for Star Wars. This is fun. This is a museum. We're not trying to have arguments around here. This is my space. I don't want everybody yelling and arguing. Let's just have a good time and enjoy Star Wars.
Alrighty, well, that's 2 whole shows we did. This has been really fun. I can't believe we got Burley to send us here. We were able to film 2 shows. They paid for everything. They had to pay us for 2
Bought
shows.
lots of stuff.
We didn't even have to do regular shows. We barely did any video game stuff. This has been incredible.
Everything was perfect. I gotta say,
Thank
Dave,
you, Star Wars.
My one regret about this weekend, I can't believe we were in a hotel room together all weekend and we didn't get to hook up.
You have got to stop. This is like turning into harassment.
What?
No, it's not fun anymore. It's not fun for me.
Did you think
this
was
why
just
do you
about
think
the,
I got sent
did you
2
think,
rooms?
Do you think this was just about the convention? Is that what this whole weekend was?
Yes, I
Making a
just
show.
like Star Wars. Get
Dave,
that in your
it's
head.
a weekend in a hotel. Wake up.
No,
Wake up.
No, that's why I brought
All
my
right,
girlfriend.
goodbye. I'm
It's a
not taking this. I just don't want to deal with the American public. Okay?
We'll talk.